Hi, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz. Welcome to Festive Fit Day 5. If you've made it through day 1 to 4, then you know what you're in for. It's another challenging workout. This time we're going to be doing one circuit with just body weight, the second circuit with some lightish weights and a step or some sort of elevation, the third circuit with ankle weights. I'm using 1 kilo, which is just over 2 pounds. My weights are 2.5 kilos, which is just over 5 pounds. So you don't need anything ultra heavy, but of course, if you want to, you can go heavier and maybe slow things down. Starting off with a warm-up, then we're going straight into our first circuit with some cardio, abs, arms, thighs, and butt. Then repeating that with the different equipment until you've completed 3 circuits. I'm not going to take any breaks, but if you want to take breaks in between each circuit, you can. Also, this is a versatile workout. If you don't have time and you can just do 1 circuit or maybe 2, then do that and maybe come back to the last. Okay, so we're really trying to just challenge yourself, but do what you can and try to modify rather than stopping altogether. Okay, enough pep talk. Are you ready? Minnie's definitely ready. I don't know if she's going to be very energized today, but she may just look pretty to try and distract you. We're going to get started with our legs together, nice bent knees, tummies are in, shoulders are down and back. We're going to do 2 kind of pulse squats, then we're going to wide, and we're going to go in with our knees. Step back, so it's 2 pulses, step forward wide, in with the knee, step back. 2 pulses, so it's like you're sitting into a chair, and then here you're just twisting your knees to the center. So a little bit wider, twist and twist, back. So this is just the beginning, and we're about to go down to the mat and repeat this sequence in a plank position. So I'm just warming up all those muscle groups first, and then it's going to get tougher. So maybe as you get warmer, sink a little bit lower, back and back. I'm hinging forward with the weight in my heels so that I'm protecting my knees. They're never coming out over my toes. And in, how about 3 more like this? Back and back. Forward, knee in and in. Back again. Tummy's always in. Back. In and in. Last time, back. 2 of these. Front, in and in. Now we're coming into a plank position. We're going to go knees down for 2, wide, knees in and in, back. It's down for 2, step forward, knees in and in, back. Now, if you can't do this because you have weak wrists, then maybe elevate this on a step or maybe on a chair. Okay, you can do this like this, or just keep going like we did before. Okay, you can do that. Just do some more of those standing ones. And you can keep it really small, maybe tiny ones here, step, maybe tiny ones here. Okay, so make it your own. But if you really want to go for it, maybe tap down all the way to the mat with your knees. Step, in and in. Come on, 3 more. Tap, step, in and in. Back again, tap. Front, doesn't matter which leg goes first. Back. Last time. Front, in and in. Nice job. We're getting started with the cardio of the first circuit. So, standing with your knees nice and soft. I'm going to do a tiny little bounce, but you can definitely step this. So we're going front and across, step. Then other side and across, step to step. If you want to step it, this is it. Plain old, easy walk. Okay? Otherwise, it's jump and jump, back. Jump and jump, back. Tiny little bounces, always keeping your knees soft. Okay, very important. It's all about the landing. You want to keep your tummies in, back. And if you mess it up and go to the same side twice, who cares, right? Just do something and keep moving. 6 more, back. 5, little bounces. 4, doesn't matter what you do with your arms. 3, back. 2, back. Last one, back. Now we're doing the same thing again in a down dog position. It's side and side, back. Side and side, back, back. So if you can't do this, once again, elevate your hands, maybe yoga blocks, maybe a step bench, maybe a chair, the seat of a chair, or some hexagon dumbbells, back, back. Otherwise, do another set standing. It's a little jump, back, back. Little jump, back, back. Keeping my butt high this time, so it's not a plank, it's a down dog. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, back, back. And it's up to you how far forward you want to step. You might just want to do little ones, like maybe here, and that's fine too. Back, back. 4 more, and 3, and 2. Last one, back, back. Awesome job. Okay, sitting down for our first abs segment. So once again, this one is a little bit intense on your hands or on your wrists, so you can modify this. I'm going to show you the original. So this hand is kind of out on an angle. This hand is kind of towards the wall. We're going to stack our feet. We're going to come up into a down dog, then touch our hip. So you keep your ear away from your shoulder, you push out of that shoulder, you're pushing up, and you're coming down, tapping. Pushing up, straightening, coming down, tapping. So you're sticking your butt into the air. It's like a down dog, but your legs are narrow here, so that when you come down, they're stacked. You're twisting through the waist, and you're tapping your butt. It's up, and it's tap. It's up, and it's tap. You can do it on your elbow if it's hurting your wrist. Okay, up and tap. If that is still too much, maybe just twist your body like this, okay, and don't lift your hips. But really try, if you can, to do a couple of the full range. This twisting here is what's getting your waistline. You have to hold your belly button in. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, tap. Now because we just worked this side, turn around. We're going to extend our legs. We're going to come up and down, up and down. Now if you can't do this, maybe one leg, but come up further, right? Or maybe bend and down, bend and down, up and down. Come on, this is really simple stuff. No brain surgery, right? So you need to go for it and make it count. Every time you come up, you're squeezing your waistline, the same side we just worked. 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Quickly come into a Z position, hand by the ear, and little pulses up and up. Up and up. Come on, this is the last thing on this side. You're keeping your leg behind your hip line as if you're doing a pretzel, and you're really just trying to bend into that. Come on, bend and bend. Breathe out and squeeze, squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set yourself up on the other side. This hand is about 45 degrees. This hand is towards the wall. You've got your feet stacked, and then you're coming up on your tippy toes and you're touching your hip. It's up and it's touch. It's up and it's touch. So your hands are staggered here, but when you're coming down to your hip, your elbow is underneath your shoulder on this back arm, okay? That's very important. You don't want to hurt yourself by having misalignment. You need to think about alignment. And remember your options. If you want to go down onto your elbow, just keep it smaller. Why not? Up and down. Or if you just want to come up and down like this and twist your body up and down, you can do that. So don't stop, whatever you do. 4 more, and 3. I'm just tapping, I'm not sitting. 2 and 1. Finish it, come down. onto the other side now. Extend your legs, extend your arm. It's both up and down. See how I'm slightly twisting my legs towards me? So that is what's going to help me to not really hurt my hip here. I'm twisting up and really trying to think about squeezing your uppers to lowers and your lowers to uppers at the same time. And remember your options, maybe here with one leg, really nice and big, or maybe bent legs. That's an option too. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into that Z position. Your leg is behind your hip, hand by your ear, and we're coming up and up. So if you cannot lift your leg in this position, then just go down with the upper body, or maybe raise up your knee a little bit. But if you can, lift it. You're lifting with the outer thigh. You're not twisting your knee up like this, okay? This is not the exercise. Here, even if it's a smaller motion, you will feel that muffin top so much more. How about 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, we're on to our upper body segment. This one has got some push-ups with leg raises and down dogs and planks. Make sure that you set yourself up perfectly. You can have your fingertips to the front, maybe slightly turned out, or you might want to angle slightly in. Up to you. Just make sure that when you're coming down for the push-up, your shoulder is over your wrist. Come into a plank position. We're going to push back, raise the leg, come forward. As we come forward, we're coming up on our toe, we're coming down into a push-up. Then we're coming up again. Then we're going to twist across the body, come down into a push-up. Then we're coming up again. We're going to place our feet side by side, come down into a push-up. Other leg up, forward on the toe. If you can't do it on the toe, then do it flat-footed. Across, push-up, up, together, push-up. Front leg, it's up, front. And if you can't step as close to your hands as I am, don't worry, just try and get to your closest point. And push up. It's up. Try and make it fluid. And it's up across, push up, and it's up, down, push up. Now if you need to go on your knees for the full push up, then you can definitely do that, and I'll show you in the next one. Down, up, it's up, then just go to your knees and down, okay? That's your option, up. So now your core is not just your six-pack, it's also your lower back, and it's also your glutes. So therefore, squeeze those glutes on the glute raise, okay? Don't miss out. The more you squeeze, the more extra work you get there. Together and down. Remember, you can go down on your knees, even here, okay? That's another option. Across the body, it's up, together, push up. How about 2 more sets? It's front. Come on, hold your tummies in. It's across, up, together, push up. This is the last one. It's front, it's up and squeeze. It's across, it's up and squeeze. Together and push up. That was it. Now, this is going to add up, so I'm not going to make it super long for upper body because we're doing that 3 times. Next time, we're going to elevate, and the last time we're using ankle weights. So, you know what I'm saying, right? It's going to be tough. So we're coming into inner thighs next, and you get to lie down on your side, and we're doing some traditional inner thigh raises. Aren't you lucky? So I want you to align your shoulder above your elbow. Push out of that. Do not slouch. Push out. Tummies are in. Back leg is bent. I like to be up on my toe. Front leg is perfectly straight. You're lifting with your inner thigh. Bring it up and down. So I'm coming up, trying to imagine there's a line, and I'm bringing it up nearly as high as my back knee. So it's up and it's down. Now this is the one without any equipment, so it's up to you to squeeze that muscle. You squeeze on the up. You hold for a second, then down, and you're never fully going down I've got a gap between my leg and the mat the entire time. Blowing out on the top and down. Slow and controlled to start. We're going to make this burn, don't worry. 6 more straight. And 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now come out and in, out and in. So you're coming to the front and then you're squeezing your inner thighs together and you're tapping your legs and in, out and in. If you want to come down all the way, you can. You don't have to stay up on your elbow, but this gives you a little bit of core recruitment as well, which we like to have some bonuses. I know you do. You want to maximize your results. And in. How hard is this already without any weights? 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now come to the front, bend, press, but make sure your heel is up. Heel is up as high as you can to the ceiling. Bend, press, bend, press. I wonder if you can see all the bruises I've got on my shins at the moment. I've been playing frisbee, and this particular frisbee likes to kind of just, maybe it's all frisbees, it likes to just make contact with every part of your body, especially your shins for some reason, or maybe it's the way that my friend was throwing it and was aiming for my shins, so that's why I've got so many bruises. I'm just distracting you with my banter. I hope you're really stretching out behind the knee. Keep your leg up. That's what's going to make you feel that inner thigh. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it out, little circles. Last thing on this side, circle it. So the more you keep your heel up to the ceiling, the straighter you keep behind the knee, the more you keep your leg out towards the front, the harder this will be. So make some adjustments. If you need to be here, you can. If you need to turn your heel down a bit, you can. There's all sorts of things you can do to make it easier. So even bending the leg slightly, I'll allow you that if you're just a beginner. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly switch sides. No time to waste. Same setup. Tummies are in, hips are stacked. Leg is in front and straight. Up and down. Up and down. So here, the common mistake is to twist the knee up to the ceiling. Don't do it. Keep the inner thigh up to the ceiling the entire time. Point your toe. Leg is stick straight and you're trying to come up in line with that knee each time. If you can't, don't worry, but just aim higher every time you do this workout. Keep going up. You're never fully resting the leg. Try to keep your hips stacked. Blowing out on the up. 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more. 3, 2, don't slouch. 1, so we're coming out to the front and in. Out to the front and in. So one of your sides is always stronger than the other. So you may be wondering, why is it that on one side I can get it all the way up and it's not really a problem, whereas on the other side, it's a struggle. That's because we all have imbalances, but that's why we're working single sides, because then your dominant side cannot take over. So it's exposed and it shows you that you need to do more of these on this side to strengthen it, right? Or maybe on the other side, depending on which one's your weak one. 6, 5, keep your leg up. 4, keep it straight, point your toe. And 2, and 1, and we're going to keep it out, and we're going to bend, press, bend, press. So keep your heel up to the ceiling. You really want to fight for that turn up to the ceiling, okay? Keep your leg out and feel that inner thigh. So you need to keep your leg up high enough to feel that activation. Keep going, squeeze and squeeze. You're straightening behind that knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and little circles. Finishing here, little circles. So remember, if you can't do it out here, then maybe do it here, maybe keep it lower, and maybe turn your heel down a little bit, or even some bent leg ones. But just don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. Doesn't matter what direction you're circling in, just keep circling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're standing up, doing our glutes mainly, but also a bit of the rest of your lower body. This has got a balance challenge element. Try your best. We're starting in a narrow squat. We're going to go down. We're going to kick to the front, then open up wider. Kick to the front again, then cross behind, kick to the front again, close our legs together. Doesn't have to be totally closed, can be slightly apart for an easier balance. Okay, so the wider your feet, the easier it is to balance. Then we're going to the other side. We're going front, wide, front, curtsy, front, together. Keep going, changing sides each time. Curtsy, front, together. So if you're finding this difficult, maybe just do kick wide. So you could just go kick wide and narrow and wide and together, and other side. So this is an option, narrow and wide and together, but ideally wide and back and in and wide and back and in. And it's a tongue twister for your brain. So I'm sorry but not sorry, because you want to be working on your coordination at the same time. Don't worry what you're doing with your arms, doesn't matter. Just kind of swing them around. And once you get the hang of this, maybe reach all the way down like I am, because it's going to make sure you go low each time. Reach and together. You don't have to kick high, just sink low. Okay, you can even be here as long as you're going low in the squats and the lunges. Wide and back and together. Front, wide and back and together. A few more. So this is kind of the warm-up for this exercise, just to get you familiar with it. And then we're going to be doing that with weights and ankle weights, right? So you know this is the easiest one. I hope you're sinking low. Are you really sinking down low? Because this is body weight. You need to make it harder by creating your own intensity here. Okay, we're nearly done. How about one more this side? Front, side, curtsy, and together. Well done. You completed circuit number 1. Grab a drink if you need to. Otherwise, we're back to the cardio. Knees nice and soft. It's front and front, step back. It's front and front, step back. So I'm changing sides, but if you find it too difficult to change sides, then why not just stay on one side? Doesn't matter. And remember, you don't have to jump it. You can go like this and back, front. Maybe sink lower if you do that though. Really get into it, right? Otherwise, little jumps, very soft jumps, keeping your joints nice and loose so that you don't jar anything. 4 more, and back 3, and back 2, and back, last one, and back. Now into that down dog. Remember, it's front, side, step back. Other side, side, step back. If you want to step it, back, back, step, step, back, back. If you want to keep it quite far away from your hands, maybe here, that makes it a lot easier. If you want to intensify, get close to your hands with those feet. Back, back. Make it dynamic. Breathing. Looking down at your mat once you see the exercise. You don't want to crane your neck and look at me. I will count you in to the next round. 4 more of these. Back, back. 3. Back, back. 2. And 1. 1. Back, back. Nice job. Okay, we're using our step bench for that same abs exercise. So it's going to intensify the situation. If you find that this is just too much, then don't use it. Just go back to the ones on the floor. So remember our hand positioning. This one is towards the corner. This one is towards the wall. So they're not quite right angles. They're not like this. They're kind of like this. Then come down on your bum. Stack your feet together. Maybe lengthen them a bit. You need to come up on your toes. Check your alignment. Is your shoulder above your wrist? And up. It's down. The first few, you're always checking your alignment and your body positioning to make sure that you're not going to injure yourself. So I'm tapping all the way down, and I've got so much more range of motion now because of the step. If you can't, then just maybe come to there, down like this, okay? So that's an option for you. Come as low as you can, but the main point is to twist your hips, then push up. So this is a bit mean because your arms are definitely getting work here, and then they're going to get work in the next round. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to work this same side, and I'm going to use the step to elevate. So you want to come onto there. You want to bring your legs again to the corner. I've got my hand up on here, and I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to come down on my elbow. So up and down. So the first few are wobbly. Just make sure that you're aligned in such a way that you can slightly roll onto the meatier part of your glutes. Okay, so you're rolling slightly, coming up on my elbow. Now, if this is no good, then maybe have your hand on the ground like this. Okay, that's another option. If it hurts your elbow, then you can push off and maybe come up on your fingertips to give you extra room. But if you can, ideally, just stay on here. 4 more. I know this is tough. Remember your modifications. 3, remember, 2, and 1. So on the other side, if you forgot the modifications, those were the modifications, okay? Now for the pretzel, we're going to hang off the end. You've got your leg in front, and this one is in line with your hip, not here, here. Even if you cannot lift this, and you're just kind of lifting your knee and got your foot on the ground, I want it behind your hip. Ears to your ears, fingertips to your ears, and lift and down. So I'm lifting my leg all the way up from the ground. Then I'm tapping it down. Okay, so this is the full range of motion. If you can do this, please join me because this is where the results live. But if you're finding it too tough, then here, okay? Just lifting the knee and really bending into it. But then you have to bend more with your upper body. How about 4 more? And 3, and 2, and 1. So those were full range, not pulses like the first time, simply because it's too dangerous to do pulses off an elevation. You want to make sure your form is correct. Other side, fingertips to the corner of the step. These fingertips over here. We're going to align ourselves, so feet on top of each other. You're going to come up, and then you're going to tap your hips. And you're going to come up, and you're going to tap your hips. You need to adjust. Make sure that your arms are fully on top of, your shoulders are fully on top of your wrists as you come down here. This is the hardest part. The part where you let yourself down with control and pick yourself up with control. So that is the part where your back arm needs to be in right alignment. Okay, remember your options. Don't use the step. Maybe sit down and just twist your body like I showed you in the first round. 5 more like this. Maybe don't tap all the way down. 4, maybe just twist here. Maybe just bend your knees. 3, 2, last 1. Get your step organized. Come into that position again on the step. Your butt needs to be forward. Your legs are hanging off. You've got your arm coming towards your legs. Now, if you want to come all the way up like this, you can. Up. If you want to have your hand down and maybe come up on your fingertips. If you just want to do one leg. Okay, or maybe bent legs like this. They're your options. Just don't stop. You've got the elevation, so if you're strong enough, use that extra distance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come to the edge. This leg is aligned with your belly button. This leg is back. We've got our fingertips by our ears. You can support here, tummies are in. Bring the leg up as you bring the body down. Blow out at the bottom. So try to really anchor with this leg and hold your tummy in. That will help you to keep everything nice and strong, supporting your lower back so you can really focus on that squeeze. I'm tapping down, but I'm not resting. Tap and then immediately up. And remember your options. Maybe deeper with the upper body and just lift the knee. Maybe do this on the ground without the elevation. Okay, it's a hard exercise. Find a way to do it and modify it. 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Nice job. Now we're moving to upper body. So this time we're doing the same thing we did before, but we're elevating. So it's actually slightly easier. Surprise, surprise. Decide on your finger position. Do you want front? Do you want slightly turned out? Do you want slightly turned in? How wide do you want it? I like to have it slightly wider than my shoulders. I'm coming into a down dog position. I'm bringing my leg up, forward, push up. Leg up, across, push up. Leg up, together, push up. Other side, forward, I'm up on my toe. It's up, squeeze the glute, across, push up. Try to put the majority of the weight into your arms, even when you've got your leg at the front here, okay? Really try to sink low and put the weight into your arms. It's up, squeeze, together, push up. And remember, your option is to come to your knees for that full push up. Up, across, push up. So here, if you want to, push up like this. Just check your alignment and make sure it's good. If you don't want to go up on your toe, don't go up on your toe. If you don't want to bring your leg so close to the step, then you can keep it further back. Okay, so you might just want to be here with your leg and here. Okay, that's an option. And together, push up. Just a few more like this. Breathe out as you press up. So it's out here. And try to get your chest close. I know it's hard. Down. It's up, across, down. Up, together, down. Just one more. Up to the front, down. Up and across, down. Up and together, down. That was the hardest one. Okay, we're using weights for the inner thighs, so you don't need your elevation unless you want to use your elevation as well, which you definitely can if you want to, but I'm not crazy, so I'm not. So same thing we just did. So we're going to bring that leg out again to about 45 degrees. We're up on the back toe, hips are stacked, tummies are in, push out of the shoulder. Put your weight on your thigh, you're welcome. Start raising. Now, this weight is going to make it a lot tougher to get your leg up in line with the other leg. So if you're not there, then don't worry, just do your best. But if you are, then fight for it. Your leg is nice and warmed up now, so you should be able to get it up and back down, but never all the way down, right? Come on, squeeze. You might find holding your weight in different ways better, or maybe closer to the knee. Up to you. I like it on the meaty bit here in my mid-thigh. A few more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're coming down and together. Now this time the weight might be in the way on the in. So you just hold it there, maybe long ways this time, and really think about coming slightly up as you come in. Down and out, up and in. Down and out, up and in. That's tough, right? Are you feeling that? That little up here, oof, that little trying to get your leg up in line with the other one. Not quite making it, but really feeling that intensity. That's where it's at. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last one. Now keep it out, bend, press. Bend, press. You need to keep your leg high. You need to turn your heel up to the ceiling. Don't slouch in your shoulders, tummies are in. And press as if you've got a stick behind your knee, and on the out, you've got that leg so straight that you're not breaking that stick. I hope that makes sense. It does in my head. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up and little circles. This is the last thing on this side with this weight. Come on. This is my 2.5 kilo weight. I know that my next exercise for inner thighs is going to be with 1 kilo ankle weights. Therefore, I know that this is the hardest one. So I'm going to go for it. Bigger circles. Get it higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're really doing simple exercises so that you can get right into the proper form and squeeze that muscle, okay? So same thing. You've got your leg out at about 45 degrees. This one's nice and bent, tummies are in, push out of the shoulders. Very important. You can come all the way down like this if you prefer. I like to do this because it engages my abs. Up and down. Hold the weight where you're comfortable and squeeze up, never coming all the way down. Up and down. Turn your heel up. That's going to be the best way to activate your inner thighs the most, by turning that heel up. Point your toe, keep your legs stick straight, and just lift as high as you can. Hopefully you can get it in line with the other leg. Come on, up and up. Squeeze and squeeze. If this weight is not heavy enough for you, you can double up, or you can get the right weight that will make this burn. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going out and down, in and up. Remember to turn your weight if you need to. You want to try and get the 2 inner thighs to meet. So it's in and kiss those inner thighs. In and kiss. But remember, your kneecap is to the front. You're never turning it up to the ceiling. This is the hardest one, in my opinion anyway. So I'm fighting for it. Blow out as you come in and squeeze the heck out of that inner thigh. Come on, they take a lot of work. We hate those pesky flabby bits, right? So this is how we're going to get rid of them. 6 and 5, 4 and 3. Come on, all the way up. 2 and 1. Now keep it out, bend, press. Maybe turn your weight again. Maybe lift your leg a little bit higher. Remember to turn your heel up to the ceiling. Don't slouch, tummies in. Always a lot to remember. Come on, press that leg, stick straight. Do not turn your knee up to the ceiling. Turn it down to the floor as much as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and circles. Doesn't matter which way, just circle it. Even if your circles are tiny, even if you have to drop the weight, just do something. You can bend your leg, maybe circle the knee. Just keep moving, okay? You're getting stronger as long as you feel the challenge. Just do you. Do your challenging intensity. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't get disheartened if you can't do this as many reps as me. Just keep moving. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Standing up. We've got that combination again. This time we're holding onto the weights. So we're going to slow things down slightly, okay? Hold on to the weights, shoulders are down and back. Up to you how you hold your weights. You might like them up here, you might like them down here, wherever. I'm just going to hold them by my side. My knees are soft, very important. I'm coming down, I'm kicking forward, I'm going wide, I'm kicking forward, I'm going down, curtsy, kicking forward and together. Other side. it's wide, it's kick, it's back, it's kick together. So you don't have to come really narrow on that together. Okay, just give yourself a bigger base for your balancing by having your feet a little bit further apart on this together. It's up. It's not a heavy weight. I deliberately chose a lightish weight so you can keep the range of motion and not worry about jarring anything. Okay? So it's up, out, up. Really get low here. Those weights are getting deep into your glutes. So you need to sit back in order to make that happen. Imagine that you're sticking your glute out to the side wall. And every time you come down here, imagine you're sitting into a chair. Okay, there's a little chair, you're about to sit in it, but you didn't quite. Side. And together. And if you can't kick high, don't worry about it. Just kick down here. Maybe just a tiny little lift. Tiny little lift. But if you do a tiny little lift, then give me a big sit and a big curtsy. Okay? You need to compensate. If you can't kick high because you're not flexible or whatever it is, then compensate by sitting low. And back and in. Come on. Just keep going. Eventually your mind takes over and it knows the routine so well that you don't have to think anymore. And then that's when I'm going to stop. Okay, so that it's hard again next time. No, just kidding. We'll do a few more. Front side, front curtsy, front together. How about 2 more? Side, curtsy, together. Side, curtsy, and together. Guess what? You can lose the weights. We're back to the cardio. Deep breath in. Are you puffing yet? I hope that made you puff. It made me puff. So we're going back to the cardio. Step, step, other side. Step, step. Maybe hold on to some light hand weights here. You know, that's an option to make it harder. Step, step. Another thing that I like to do, if you like to jump, but you just can't do so because your joints don't like it, use a mini trampoline. You can do all these jumping, bouncing movements on a mini trampoline. Super fun. If you haven't tried my bounce workouts, the reason I have such a big smile on my face is because I'm just loving that feeling of bouncing around like a kid. It's kind of addictive. Once again, I'm bantering in order to distract you from the cardio factor and from what's about to come. 2 more. Front, side, back. Last time. Back. Get into that down dog position. Front, side, step, step. Of course, Minnie is sleeping it through it all, looking super cute with her neck all stretched out. She loves to sleep like that, like a little turkey, like a chicken. Those chicken toys that you buy for dogs, the squeaky ones, they're all kind of stretched out like that. Back, 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 back. Remember, you don't have to jump and you don't have to come in as far. Guess what? This is your last round of cardio. So why not do a few extra reps? Why not make this challenging? Burn your legs. The closer you get in towards those arms, the more your legs will burn. 2 more. Back, back. Last one. Back, back. Guess what? We get to put on our ankle weights. Are you excited? Breathe. So, take a second to strap these on really securely because they're not coming off after this. Mine are all twisted, of course. Strap them on. Make sure that you've got the buckle bit where it's comfortable. I know sometimes if you have it near your ankle bone, it hurts. So we're starting with those abs again. Coming into that alignment where your fingertips are to the front and to the side and your hands are kind of staggered. Legs are together, toes are to the ground. You're lifting up, you're tapping your hip. You're lifting up, you're tapping your hip. Now you're not going to feel a huge amount because those weights are at the bottom towards your ankles, but there is definitely a significant increase in difficulty by having them rather than not having them, okay? So maybe dip a little bit lower than you did last time, knowing that this is the last round. Maybe try to touch your hip all the way to the ground and twist even more than you did. Breathe. 6. Maybe you're going a bit faster. I'm going a bit faster this time. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Finishing on the up, changing sides. So now this is where you're going to see how hard life gets with ankle weights. If you need to bend your legs, okay? We've got our hands by our ear. We're going to twist and come up. Twist and come up. So twist onto the meaty part of your glutes. Push off your hand and meet your legs and your arms. Blowing out on the up and down. Up and down. Remember your options. Maybe just this. Maybe just one leg bent. Maybe both legs bent. Okay? I find this actually somehow is easier because of the rotation factor. Maybe I'm just kidding myself. 4 more. 3. This is the last time you're doing this. 2, 1. Get into the Z shape. And yes, this is happening, people. Leg is behind your hip. Your hand is by your ear and you're lifting the entire shape of the leg. Now, we have a weight on. Therefore, the first thing your leg wants to do is creep to the front here. Don't do it. This is the last time you're doing this pretzel. Keep your leg behind your hip. Lift the entire shape of the leg if you can. If not, just the knee. And really dip down with your upper body like this, okay? 6 more. 5, bonus outer thigh and hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guess what? 2-second child's pose. Okay, that's it. That was 2 seconds. Align yourself on the other side. Fingertips to the side. This one at 45 and slightly closer to your body. Legs are more extended, toes are down. Test the first one, push yourself up, touch the hip down. Push yourself up, touch the hip down. Up and twist. Up and twist. Really twist it because you know this is how we finish those abs. Twist and tap. Twist and tap. Come on. Once you see it, don't look at me, look at your mat and just focus on finishing. 4 more. 3, you don't have to go as fast as me. 2 and 1, finish on the up. Twist around, down on your elbow, legs are slightly in front. Deep breath in, it's up and it's down. It's up and it's down. So I'm pushing off my elbow, twisting onto the meaty part of my glutes, bringing those legs up and my arm towards those legs, okay? It's a shared movement. Uppers to lowers, lowers to uppers. Come on. Remember your option. If you're doing this, you're lifting higher with your upper body. Maybe just a bent leg. Totally fine. Maybe 2 bent legs. Okay, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That really burned into that Z position. Fingertips by your ears. Hip, leg behind the hip. Tummy's in, twist forward, tuck your hips, arms are down, lift it. Lift it. Try to touch your elbow down to your thigh each time. Lift it. Don't let your leg creep to the front. I know what it's trying to do. Mine's trying to do the same thing. And I'm telling it no. Mind over muscle, mind over matter, right? Come on, lift it. You can do this. I believe in you. 6 more. Really down with that upper. 5, 4, I think I gave you an extra one. 3, 2, last 1. Nice job. We're doing our upper body with our ankle weights. Minnie is super excited because she knows it's going to burn so good. Okay, are you ready? Come into your down dog. We're coming up. Now do this with control. Forward, push up. Up, really high squeeze. You're going up so high that you're squeezing. Across the body, push up. Is your alignment good with your hands? Are they the right width apart? Push up. Other leg. It's up, it's forward, push up. It's up, squeeze. It's across, push up. It's up, together, push up. Remember, now's the time to go on your knees if you really can't handle this anymore. Up, across, push up, together, push up. I really want you to squeeze your butt. This is your opportunity, right here, squeeze, to get some really good butt work in. So you may as well use it. Maybe come down to the knees. Maybe do tricep push-ups. How about that? Arms are narrow, okay? Elbows are in towards your side. They're not flaring out. Up, and then for triceps, you may need to come down here, but come all the way down. Okay, your choice. It's up, forward, push up. It's up, across, push up. It's up, together, push up. Oh my goodness, is this ever going to end? The answer is yes, but I'm not telling when. Up, together, push up. How about 2 more? Up, forward. You know there's only 2. Get low. Get low. Come on, high to low. That is where the calorie burn is at, and that is where the muscle burn is at. This is your last time. Up, across, push up, together, last, push up. Inner thighs. You and me together. We're a team. We don't quit. Leg is really nice and aligned. Toe is down, heel is up if you want, otherwise flat-footed. Leg is out. It's so important to have this angle. Don't do it here, do it here, okay? Up and down, up and down. Knees to the front. Try to turn your heel up as much as you can. Now, even though this weight is lighter than the 2.5 kilo weight we used before, because it's at the end of your foot, it feels heavier. It's a longer lever, okay? Usually if you have it up here, it feels lighter than if you have it at the end. Okay, try it. Maybe later on, take off this weight and put it here and see what it feels like in comparison when it's on your ankle. I guarantee you it's harder at the end. So, get your leg up in line. Last time for inner thighs, okay? 6 more. 5, 4, 3, don't slouch, tummy's in. 2, 1, down and out, up and in. Down and out, up and in. Now do you believe me? This is so much harder than the last one. Now, okay, our muscle is fatigued. I'll give you that. But having it on the end with a straight leg is super difficult. If you can't do this, then just go out and in, sweeping, hovering above the ground, okay? But if you can come up on the in, oh yes, squeeze it. You may even get your leg to shake here. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, out, and it's bent press. So this is where you need to hover your leg and really think about heel turned up. Okay, the higher you turn your heel up to the ceiling, the more you're going to feel it. You're getting a bit of quad here as well. Nice bonus. Hold your tummy in, activate your core, push out of this shoulder. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and circles. Now, these circles are killer. So if you need to bring your leg in here, or if you need to bend, then do that. If you need to do another set of raises instead of circles, you can do that too. 8, 7, 6, maybe bigger. 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you feel that? Come on. Other side straight away. Perfect alignment, tummy's in. This leg is out and it's up and down. Lift higher than you have in the last few rounds because you may as well. You're finishing here. Last time for inner thighs. Then we're just standing up and doing those squat lunges and we're done with this workout. So please do yourself a favor. Finish Festive Fit 5 as strong as you started it. You can be proud of yourself if you achieve these workouts. They are not easy, they're advanced level workouts. I did give some intermediate options and even maybe beginners could try this, but you know, my beginners is usually someone else's intermediate. So if you are a beginner and you decided to do these workouts, please know that you are a lot stronger than a basic beginner. If you got anywhere, even if you did one circuit, you should be proud of yourself. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Down and out, up and in. Down and out, up and in. Here we go. The toughest one. How high can you get your leg? Blow out on the up. Up. Lift. This is all inner thigh. This lift right there, that is your inner thigh. If you touch there, it should feel rock hard right now. Up. So by turning your heel to the ceiling, you're making sure that you're not using as much hip flexor, which is generally the weak area that will stop you from raising your leg. So you will use some, but it's mostly inner thigh. 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Come on, bend press. Even if it's low, even if it's just brushing the floor, even if it's here brushing the floor, just press and press. Even if you're kind of on the floor, just do something. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotations. Tiny circles or maybe big circles. Heel to the ceiling, leg is super straight. Breathe, breathe, come on. Don't slouch. I caught myself kind of semi-slouching there. Don't do it. You want to protect your shoulders. Remember, you can also try and do this with your knee bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up straight away. No rest. Last round, not last exercise, last round. Well, kind of last exercise. Last exercise grouping. Knees are soft, tummies are in. We're going down, we're kicking up. We're going out, we're kicking up. We're going back, we're kicking up, we're coming in. Okay, so with the ankle weights, it's going to be even more wobbly. So maybe go slower and try to sink deeper. Slow and deep is the formula for good results, okay? Because then you're getting your form right, you're focusing on form, but you're also focusing on really getting deep into those muscles. And back, up and down. Don't just throw your legs around. You want to lift and lower with control, okay, with these ankle weights on. Wide and back and in. Sink deep. Stick your butt out and sit into that imaginary chair. Wide and back and in. Remember, wobbling is good. It means you're recruiting more core fibers, muscle fibers in your abs. which is always a good thing. You can do this. Balance is such an important element of fitness. People don't do balance work enough, okay? You need to add it into your routine. So you'll notice a lot of my workouts have balance challenge elements because I like to work on it, and therefore you get to work on it. Up and in. 4 more. That's all. Up and in. This is 3. Up across, up and in. This is 2. Up across, up and in. Last time, sink deeper than you ever have. Down, up and in. Congratulations. We get to take our ankle weights off. Breathe. So that last one, I hope it winded you. First thing we're going to do, bring the soles of your feet together and just sit here for a second. Catch your breath, make sure your chest is proud. Fill your lungs and just open up through those inner thighs and hips. I like to lightly pulse my legs here. You don't have to have it closed, you can keep it further out. And you may not get so low, you may be up here. That's okay, as long as you feel this inner thigh area stretching. Then we're going to open out our legs, and again, depending on how flexible you are, is how wide you're going to open, and you're just going to start leaning forward. So you're trying to keep your kneecaps to the ceiling and leaning forward, don't turn them in, and then come to your low point. No need to show off, nobody's watching you. So it's a matter of getting your chest to the floor. Don't round your back. There's no point doing that. You're trying to stretch your inner thighs. It's definitely not a competition with anyone except yourself. Breathe. Deep breaths. Now just bring one leg in, and we're going to go over and over, reaching. We did so much work for the side body today and for our upper back and shoulders, so you definitely want to stretch that out, and then just come across, bring your leg in and chest towards that thigh. So make sure you're aligning yourself, and then come down to your low point. So this is for your hamstring, the back of your leg. Nice. And then just come onto your elbow, and if you can, hold onto your foot, bring it up. If not, maybe hold on to wherever is comfortable, and just bring that in towards your head. Don't slouch in the shoulder. And then bring that heel to the glute and push your hip forward, stretching your quad. So even the abs part and the upper body part still use your lower body as well. That's the beauty of those plank style movements. They recruit so many more muscles. So that's why I like to do down dogs a lot, planks with glute raises, reaching across. You're using your entire body. Last time, now turn yourself towards your leg and just coming down. You can point and flex here if you want. And then coming down onto the elbow and bringing that leg up, holding wherever you feel comfortable. And then bringing that heel to your glute and pushing your hip to the front. You can have the bottom leg straight or bent, whatever you prefer. And then coming into a child's pose, separate your knees, arms in front, and push your armpits towards the mat. And then just sitting up, interlace, push in front, push overhead, side to side, open out, clasp behind, pull it up. This is the best stretch for your chest, your shoulders, your biceps, your forearms. And then hand on your knee, rotate to the back. Minnie's woken up. Hand on the other knee, rotate to the back. And just side to side with your head. And you are done. You have completed Festive Fit number 5. If you've done all of the workouts, then congratulations. Even if you just did some of them, well done on keeping fit and healthy over the festive season. Now these workouts may be called Festive Fit, but you can definitely do them at any time during the year. So keep reaching for them, mix up the circuits, make them your own, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Here is little Minnie, ready to say goodbye to you. What? She doesn't want to say goodbye. Minnie, say goodbye. Thank you for joining us for Festive Fit. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or whatever you celebrate. And we will see you again very shortly with lots of new workouts. Won't we? Yes.